A lot of people had questions about Mars in the 8th house. You are not destined to be a cop if Mars is in the 8th house. This is just one expression. There are many expressions of Mars in the 8th house. The 8th house deals with sex, death, and taxes. The 8th house is a transformational house. Think of a snake hiding in a cave, shedding its skin. The reason why death, sex, and taxes are brought up in the 8th house is because here is where we deal with the most severe sense of loss. When loss of money, loss of life, and loss of love occur, we experience the deepest range of human emotion. Urgent conditions lead to necessary transformation. And because Mars is the planet of the will and our energy, people with Mars in the 8th house have the energy to dive into that very intense process. Any work that has to do with deep immersion, like psychology, or even like Marilyn being an actor, she has to investigate human behavior in order to step into her roles. 8th house Mars people are really sensitive, and for this reason, they're quite private because they have to protect their energy center. Maybe someone who represses the sensitivity or expresses the sensitivity. That's why looking at the whole chart is so important. The 8th house Mars child may be born to a family with a lot of emotional volatility and compartmentalization. Their parents may be trying to keep something from them. So the Mars 8th house person has to become very good at connecting the dots. All of the energy they place on decoding human behavior often comes at the expense of them being able to express themselves. 8th house ultimately deals with closeness, the kind of closeness that devours your ego. 8th house Mars person is either going to be devoted to that process and engage in mysticism, spirituality, and creativity, or going to reject the process and engage in roles in which they can assert power and authority.